Hello and welcome to Sega News Bits Live. This is a different sort of video. I'm not going over the week's news or the past few weeks' news. In fact, I'm looking at a new Sega product that just launched, just dropped. You can buy it today. What is it? Well, let's jump over to the remote cam. We have April O'Neil reporting over there. Oh, I actually just lost the connection to it. Well, I'll fix that. In the meantime, let's see if we can actually look at it. Let's see. No, it won't work right now. The announcement is actually the Astro City Mini V. So our friends, I guess they're our friends now. They weren't our friends. I mean, they were just people we knew. You know, it's kind of like the guy down the block that you've never met. You don't call him your friend. But then when you pass him and wave and he says hi back, like, now you're friends. So I'll call them our friends. Our friends at Limited Run Games sent a review unit my way, and we're taking a look at it. So it looks like the April O'Neil is back on the scene. So let's jump on over and take a look at it there. So I'm going to be... I'm actually moving with the microphone. Boy, I'm ruining all of my magic. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be unboxing this baby, plugging it in, trying it out, hooking up some of the accessories that I already have. As you can see here, this is a brand new box. This is not the Japanese box, repackaged or anything. It is all printed in English. You can see here, Limited Run Games logo there. And I actually have a press sheet here. You can hear it, but I'm not going to show it. So yeah, this is limited to 5,000 units. They're selling these on their website right now. It is essentially an English release of the Astro City Mini V. And if you recall, Limited Run Games did do an English release of the original Astro City Mini. In fact, they put that up on their site just now. A new limited run of those. I mean, it's in their name, Limited Run Games. But what's unique about this one is that, well, the Astro City Mini, original one that was brought to the West by Limited Run Games and did have a unique English packaging. Inside, it was the same unit that you could get from Japan. Now here, there's a minor difference. They added Super Zaxxon, which actually kind of surprises me because you'd think that should have been in the Japanese version, but here it is. So I guess that one minor addition technically makes this it makes it a new release. You know, it's a new version of it, even though it's just one extra game. But what's really nice is that these are in stock right now at their warehouse. I know from experience that Amazon Japan shipping is insane. Like I pre-ordered Sonic Frontiers, the deluxe edition, which just comes with like an art book. And that price was the price of the game itself. It was like double the price. So you can imagine importing one of these right now is going to cost you through the nose with the shipping. And if you get this from Limited Run Games, and again, all they did was send this to me. They're not paying me to say this, but I'm just saying, like, monetarily, this is the better value. You're getting an extra game, and you're not paying through the nose for Japanese shipping rates, which are just insane right now. But yeah, let's pop this open and take a look inside. So what I really like is the instruction manual here is actually in English. So they reprinted that as well. Not too much to say on it, though. It's just a lot of like electrical details, the names of all the different inputs on the back. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it's nice to have it written up in English here after owning the original one, which was in Japanese. And inside there's this little box on the top. And in that box we have some cables and cords. So it comes with, they are tight. All right, there we go. So it comes with a USB charger. It does not come with the plug. However, they sent me a plug with the review unit just in case I didn't have one, but I have one as well. They recommend, and it might even be in the manual here, I have to check, they recommend hooking this up directly to, like a power strip or the wall. Don't use a little USB charger like, on the side of your computer or something, because you're probably going to have performance issues. I know, and full disclosure right now, I'm not going to get into like turn this into a Digital Foundry video where I'm going to be like, oh, look at that, the input lag of 0.1, whatever seconds. I'll showcase it, but I'm not super on that technical level. But I do know very basic rule of thumb is that you should, plug this in with the proper, AC outlet rather than just, going off your computer or something like that. Here's the HDMI cable to hook it up to a computer monitor or TV or projector. I have tons of these, but I guess it's nice to add it to the pile. But let's get to the main event. So inside here we have the Astro City Mini V, and the V is for vertical. Did you know that? Yeah, pretty cool. So here's the unit, and it is on the outside. It is 1-to-1 with the original Astro City Mini. There's no difference here in terms of like signage. I know Astro City, the big real units, had different sort of speakers. There was actually one where the speaker protruded from here, and unfortunately, that little piece has never come to the West. But in Japan, I believe if you bought either this or the previous unit from Sega Toys, they would give you this little add-on that you would clip on there, and it would protrude the speakers, even though the speakers are here, but it just is an aesthetic thing. But it was a fun little way to make this look different from the other unit. Also, there are pink button variants that you could get through Sega Toys. So again, I love the look of this. I just kind of wish that maybe we got something with pink buttons or the little protruded speakers here, just so that when you put this side by side with the previous Astro City Mini, they'd look a little more different. But, the one big difference is the vertical screen here. So I'm going to peel that plastic off. Don't you hate it when you go to someone's house and they still have the plastic, like, on something, on an electronic for, like, decades? But in any case, so here it is. Looks cool. Inputs on the back, power switch on and off. We have HDMI out. We have 2 USB ports, so one's for 1 player, one's for 2 player, headphone out, and DC in. So I actually have my cable here. So let me plug that in. We can turn this on as I touch the screen with my grubby fingers, but hopefully it's not too smeared. No, it's fine. So let me switch this on. You're going to get the start up there. Hey, listen to that. I don't know where is there like okay, so when you get here, let me see if I can actually zoom in for y'all. All right, there we go. That's good. Oh, look at that. Who needs streaming software? You just got this. So we'll select English. Oh, I got to push this button specifically. There we go. So yeah, I've seen the original Japanese Astro City Mini V, and this is what you get on that one. But I'm interested to see where Super Zaxxon is. Okay, there you go. So you see it right there. We can look at settings for that. Oh, this is like general settings, sorry. Copyright information, that's fun. Kids love copyright. So let me see. Oh, volume. All right, yeah, so you can adjust the volume of the unit itself. It's not right next to the microphone, but you might be able to hear it. I'm going to turn it down just so it doesn't overwhelm. So that's kind of nice. Like there's no volume slider on the back. I knew there wasn't, but effect. What is effect? Arcade 1. Oh, see, these are like filters, like video filters. Rotation. So you can play this through a external monitor and rotate the monitor itself. I will say this screen is much larger than what you received with the original Astro City Mini. So it's very nice. Like the screen here is very nice. It fills the whole screen, unlike the previous one that letterboxed, because it was like a wide screen and then it was like a screen within a screen. So display-wise, this is, I think, superior. But yeah, let's actually, you know what? Why am I doing this when I have? So I actually own. Let me zoom back out. I have the controller. This is not for sale on the Limited Run Games website. This is my controller, and I also have. Let me see if I can pick this up with one hand. It's the Astro City Mini arcade stick. This thing is so flippin' cool, guys. It's so heavy. And I believe it's based on an arcade stick that was available for the PlayStation 3. I could be wrong, but look at that. Like, it's just so nice, and it was so expensive when I got it, but I love it. It's my go-to. But I think in this case, I'm just going to play with the little controller here. And this controller is very nice. If you can get your hands on one of these, I know they're going up in price. But it's unlike any Sega controller I've ever used. It's just like, you know, I mean, it's just your basic 6-button pad, but look, it just feels really good in the hand. I don't know. There's something about it. So I'm going to plug it into the back here. Let's see if this works. There we go. Now let me zoom back in and we can take a look at some of the games. And I'll move the microphone a little closer so you can kind of hear the unit. So let's see. Super Zaxxon. Oh, we can watch a demo. All right, let's watch a demo of Super Zaxxon while I go over and see if the YouTube comments are telling me that this has not been streaming the whole time. All right, there's no sound. It's the most boring thing to watch here. So let's get back into the game. Alright, so let's say, okay. So what I really like about this, when you push the credit button, which I think is, you can do, look at that. You can max out the credits. So a lot of these games, like shmups, I suck at, but given that there's no limit for how many credits you can put in, you could possibly beat a lot of these games. Like there's no, and that's one of my favorite things about this and the previous Astro City Mini is just like doing this. Like whatever, I'll live forever. Oh, did I just do something wrong? All right, let's see if I can start. There we go. This is kind of hard to play at this angle. See, like I died immediately. But from what I know, Super Zaxxon is the same game, but it's faster and more difficult. And I believe maybe there might be different enemy placements, something like that. So if you thought Zaxxon was easy, which I don't think it is, then here you go. You got Super Zaxxon. But it's nice to have them both here. Like, look. Ooh, look at that. And I guess I can comment on the input. I mean, how would I show that? I guess I could zoom back and show me pressing buttons for all the input nerds out there. So let's start again. All right, here we go. So, oh, I hit the wall before I could even show it off. All right. Push. Push. Like, does that do anything for you? Push. I don't think it's bad. It's playable. I can move left and right. There's nothing really like destroying me here outside of me just running into walls because I'm inept. But if you want to go to the screen, you press both of them. And then you can go back to the menu. Actually, no, I just did that wrong. All right, so there's back to the menu. So in total, the games on here include, and I'll just read down the handy-dandy list, Moon Cresta, Zaxxon, Super Zaxxon, Terra Cresta, Cosmo Police, Galavan, Action Fighter, Truxton, Wrestle War, Fire Shark, Raiden, Outzone, Sonic Wings, Truxton 2, Dogyun, Desert Breaker, Batsugan, Grindstormer, Samurai Aces, Kingdom Grand Prix, Gunbird, Strikers 1945, Armed Police, Batrider, and Battle Backraid Unlimited version. So in total, if you were counting along, that is 23 arcade games, which is smaller than what we had with the Astro City Mini, and I mean definitely smaller than either of the Genesis Minis, but you know, the pool of vertical shoot-'em-ups is smaller, so it's understandable. But yeah, this isn't going to appeal to like the Sega franchise fans in terms of like Sonic or even like Fantasy Zone, Opa Opa. Like really the only thing that jumps out here in terms of a memorable Sega franchise would maybe be Zaxxon. And I mean, if you know the history behind that, that's more of a Sega Gremlin sort of situation. So I don't know. Overall, I'd recommend this if you are a fan of mini consoles, you're a fan of just trying new Sega stuff out, and it's a great all-in-one place to have these titles. Oh, and the dip switch is here too. Look at that. So you can turn on demo sound, difficulty, players, extend. So that's kind of nice. They give you a lot of options. Let's go in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Japan only, guys. Oh, no. I'm being swatted right now. I'm playing a Japan only game. Let's put in a bunch of credits. All right. Oh, look. See, it's Japan only, but I can pick an American jet fighter. So you tell me. Keaton. Michael Keaton. Whoa. From playing it right now, it feels responsive. I fully bet that it's not perfect, but it's not noticeable to me. So I don't know if that means anything. I mean, I'm more of a collector and fan of video game history than I am like a hardcore gamer. So unfortunately, like I said, I'm not the Digital Foundry. I'm not going to give you guys breakdowns of the lag, if any. But it feels good to me. Like, again, I suck at these types of games. So the fact that I'm doing well at a weird angle, talking into a microphone while looking over my shoulder at a YouTube comment thread is something, right? That's something. So we'll take just a few more moments with this. We'll do it one. Well, let's just continue. All right. Oh. All right, now I'm actually playing. It's weird. Sonic Wings doesn't have Sonic in it. What's going on here? Ow! I saw that coming. There we go. All right. So going back to the menu here, let's shut this off. I'm going to showcase some of the accessories that exist. I like that. Shutdown. See you. So right now, if you go to the website, assuming these are still in stock, I think they are. It's limited to 5,000 units. I don't know if they're going to sell out that fast, but you can actually get this unit, or you can get a bundle with the style kit included. And you need the style kit. I love the style kit. It's one of my favorite, like, it's like useless and useful at the same time, if that makes any sense. But essentially, you take your Astro City, and this works with the original Mini or the Mini V, and you put it on top of this, and it locks. Let me see. It locks into place. Let me see if I can do it. I'm always like hesitant to really push on these things. There we go. So it locks into place. Let's lift this up a little bit. You can see it there. And what's really cool is it makes it an arcade cabinet. It has all these fake little doors, has this little silver bit, it has fake wheels on the back, fake silver little wheels, and then a real coin. You can put coins in here. So you can drop tokens in there and you can take them out of the bottom. I've actually been using mine as a way to store arcade tokens that I've collected over the years, and I don't have that many, but it gives a nice weight to the machine. So if you want to fill this up with pennies, or it might even be fun to like find a couple rolls of like yen, and just drop them in here to have it filled with Japanese money. I don't know, you do you. And then it also comes with this little stool, and it's plastic, it's not metal. The cushion between the release with the Mini and the Mini V is the same color. I kind of wish they would alternate and make this red, just as I wish that this would have been pink buttons with like the extruded speaker so that it would like look different next to the other one, but it's still nice. And then lastly, well, not lastly, there's actually another bit. You get this little plastic sign that actually clips in on the top. There's little pegs there, and you can see it here. Whoa. See that? Whoa! And you can put little stickers that come with it that are advertisements for some of the games that come with this. So, if you want to peel those stickers off, put them up here, or you can tape your own games, like go to Sega Retro, print out some Sega arcade advertisements, stick them up here. It's just a fun little tchotchke. These aren't necessary, but I'll be honest, like, I prefer playing it, if I am playing it on the unit, with this base on it. And then, if I really want to be clever, I can like walk up with my hand and sit on the chair and then have my little fingers come up, and it's like, this is me. This is my hand, but it's my body. So, yeah, I think that pretty much covers the Astro City Mini V. I'm going to move back over to the main cam, answer some questions or comments or concerns, and then I think we'll wrap things up. Oh boy, come on. Cut it out, you guys. So looking at the comments here, we've got quite a few. Yeah, I will say, this is just me speaking from a broader Sega Bits perspective. The last few weeks have been very good for us, for myself and George specifically. I can't say anything else except I think we're back in. We're back in. Come on. We're back in. And if you know what that means, you know what that means. So that means you're going to be seeing more stuff like that. You're going to be seeing more stuff like the, I was doing reviews of like wristwatches and, game reviews and fun things like that. So it's good. It's a good time to be alive. So going to the comments here, we have Elk Plays and Paints, Big Elk, who's actually a writer for the site. He says, you got to be careful. Ooh, with that USB power source, with this thing apparently. Just like with Egret 2 Mini, the instructions will tell you what kind is the good kind. Yeah, they actually sent me one of the good kinds. So I'm certain if you get the unit, the instruction sheet will definitely tell you. Let's see. Elk says here, I've only gotten to play Zaxxon once on the Sega Genesis collection for PS2. I don't think I've heard of Super Zaxxon. Yeah, Super Zaxxon is more like a revision. Like if you remember Afterburner 2, Outrun Turbo, I think, like they would bring the game back with revisions, but it's not a proper sequel. It's not like the Outrun 2 that we got years later. So in terms of Super Zaxxon, it's just Zaxxon with some improvements and a little more difficulty. But it's nice to have it there. It actually bothered me that it wasn't there, because I'm like, you got the revision. It's kind of like putting Afterburner, but not Afterburner 2 on something. Going down here. All right, so Elk again says, does this let you change options for the games? I think I did show that you can. There are dip switches for a majority of the games, if not all of them. So you can go in there and make little alterations. So they do not hold you back. It's not like I said, with the credits, you can do multiple credits. You can change the ease of playing. So you're not going to be running into a wall with a lot of these games. Like I feel in past releases you would, where you would boot up the game and it would like give you 3 credits and you're like, what? I paid for this. Like this isn't an arcade anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Soniku says Barry's gonna have to get out the stopwatch to test input lag. I'll leave that to other people. In fact, videos are probably dropping right now from people who are far more professional than me, just because I got this yesterday evening. This came in the mail, so I didn't have enough time to do like the fancy video review. Maybe I'll get around to doing one soon for all the Astro City Mini stuff. But yeah, I'm impressed with it. I'm having fun with it. There's nothing really making me sense that something's impeding on my gameplay, except for my own skills as being not that great at shoot 'em ups. So let's see. Oh yeah, I am on the run now. I'm just like, it's like looking back in the past. But I'll jump ahead to the comments here. So yeah, this whole thing, it's let's look at the prices again. I actually had them. So the Astro City Mini V is $159 from Limited Run Games. It was cheaper at Amazon Japan at the launch of the Astro City Mini V. However, with shipping, it was through the nose. Like it was insane. I feel as though because this is a limited run of 5,000 units, just despite the different packaging and the one extra game, I'm sure that brought prices up a bit. But I feel like you're going to save money in the end when you compare the cost of buying one of the Japanese ones, if they are still available, and buying one from Limited Run Games. I think the real value is in the Style Kit bundle, because the Style Kit is something that I have more trouble finding, and for $40 more you get the Style Kit with this. And like I said, it works on the Mini V and the Mini, so you can alternate it. I actually own 2 Style Kits, so I've got this little like mini arcade sitting next to me. And don't tell anyone, but I actually own 4 Astro City Minis now, and I'm trying to actually sell a couple of them. I don't know how they arrive. They appear, the Astro City Mini Fairy comes. They also have a bundle, which is the Astro City Mini and Astro City Mini V bundle for $279, which is quite a lot. I personally is like, if you haven't gotten the Astro City Mini, the original one yet, then I don't really know why you'd be jumping and getting one now. Like, you've had so much time. So really, I think the target here is the Mini V, people who didn't get that but now see it and want to get the new game with it. And the Astro City Mini itself, the original one, is going back up for sale for $129.99, which I think is a great price. That's actually the price that I was trying to sell my extra Astro City Mini for this past weekend at a toy show. So that is a great price. And like I said, I think the increase for the V, it's more, but I feel it's kind of warranted given the limited nature of it and the fact that shipping is just so insane from Japan right now. Let's click on over, actually. Yeah, so they still have them in stock at the time of this video. I'm sure they'll have them in stock for a bit. But overall, I'm impressed. I like it. I would say between, like, I don't know, would I say, okay, so here's the thing. We've got a lot of Sega shit coming out, and I mean the good kind of shit. We've got the Mega Drive Mini 2, the Genesis Mini 2, if you're collecting both of those. There is a deluxe edition of that coming out, and that's all this week. We have the Astro City Mini V US version. We have Bayonetta 3 in that deluxe box, if you're getting that. In a few weeks, we have Sonic Frontiers coming to every form of media. We have deluxe boxes of that. Soundtracks. There was the Fantasy Zone vinyl just dropped. A 4 LP set of Sonic Frontiers vinyls just dropped. So it is a lot of money. And I mean, if you choose to get all of those things. I'm not getting all of those things. I'm getting some of them. But if you were to say to me, hey, Barry, where does this sit on your list of must-gets for all of those items? I'd place it... I'd probably get the Sega Genesis Mini first, the Sega Genesis Mini 2. And then I might jump on this. I think it's a solid release from Limited Run Games. I like that they're doing it. I like that they put the little extra effort in to add an extra game. So if you did not get this and you liked the Astro City Mini, I would say get this version. But if you're more of a home console fan, wait a few days, get the Genesis Mini 2. And yeah, that's my, I guess that's my review of it. It's buy it if you have the money, because I think this is a worthy release. It's worthy of the collection. I would probably advise against buying the Japanese one now, because this one exceeds it by one game and an English instruction manual. So yeah, that ought to do it. What else is going on? I guess I mean I could wrap this up right now, but I'm going to be in Atlanta, Georgia on, I believe, November 12th for Sonic and Sega Fan Jam. I am hosting a panel with the Shenmue voice actors, the Shenmue 2 voice actors, who I believe have not been together in a room since they recorded the second game. I could be wrong, so that's pretty epic. I'm going to be there. George is going to be there. He's not telling anyone, but I will tell people that he's going to be there. And it's gonna be a hoot. It's gonna be a fun time. So if you're going there, say hi. If you have questions that you want me to ask the voice actors from Shenmue and Shenmue 2, tweet at me. I'm at Sega Nomad on Twitter, or you can tweet at the Sega Bits account, but that's larger, so it might get lost in the sea of comments that we get. And yeah, and then I'm just looking forward to all these games coming out. Sonic Frontiers looking cool. I presume I'm going to be doing a review of the Genesis Mini 2 soon, so lots of product stuff. Oh, and the Cyber Stick. I'm getting that. What is this? What does this look like? So yeah, overall, it's a great time to be a Sega fan, and that's about it. So see you next time on Sega News Bits Live, where we are going to talk about anything but the Bayonetta 2 voice actor situation, because count me out of that. I don't want to talk anything about that. So, see you next time, Sega pals.